So what's the plan today? Oh yeah, I need to go to the memory den, that's what. Let's just get that out of the way real quick. Just in case the game crashes. Okay, so why did it work this time? It has to be because it's trying to load in the city, right? That has to be what it is. That doesn't even seem like a Fallout. Like, that doesn't even seem like a mod order issue.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
I don't know. They gave me a bunch of free shit out the gate.
Hey.
Anyways. Yeah,
What's up?
Don't worry. I only test the weapons on customers I don't like. Feel free to browse.
But yeah, it has to be because it's trying to load in the city and because I guess it just...
Variety in case of boredom.
I guess it just randomly reaches a point and says, I can't do this, and quits? I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. The G3, is that new? I think that's a new gun.
What? Celebrating or something?
So here we are, the memory den.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about the lonely.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
No, I'm not.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day. He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man-to-Man combined. You should. They're the best detective stories in the whole world. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun. I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Worth trying anything once.
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
Hey, you, got a sec? I need you to hear something.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's just, being out here with you, it's made me realize, most of my life to this point, I've been running out on the good things I got. I skipped out on my family, my life in Diamond City, took up with you just to get out a good neighbor. Hell, running from myself is what made me into a damn ghoul. But being here with you for the first time in my life, things have just felt And running is the furthest thing from my mind. I mean, I left Good Neighbor thinking I was gonna just sharpen up the old killer instinct. But whether it's fate, or destiny, or just goddamn coincidence, I ended up with someone like you. I turned one of the nastiest settlements in the Commonwealth into a refuge for the lost. I thought I'd done something I could hang my hat on. But being out here with you, it's made me realize just how small time I'd been thinking. And that maybe all my running, from my life, myself, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing after all. I know a lot of bookies that'd disagree with you, but I feel what you're getting at. So let me get to the point. Throwing in with you has been the best decision I've ever made. It's like I found a part of myself I never realized was missing, which happens sometimes when you're a ghoul. If I hadn't taken up with you, I'd probably be in a gutter somewhere, getting gnawed on by rad roaches. You have been one hell of a friend.
I mean, I could try pushing it. I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, but that's a given when you got me around. I don't mean no harm by it, and I don't want that to affect what we got.
The isodoped perk.
Well, I know I could stand to listen about how wonderful I am for the rest of my days, but it's probably worth us hitting the road. Thanks for hearing me out, friend.
Sure. What does that do? Oh. Eh.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Yeah. That one.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Mm-hmm.
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Yep.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Okay, go on.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway. If you say so. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant. Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Here, have this. Oh. What? Okay. Here, have this.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Uh-huh.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Remember,
People
you
always
are
hoping for
experiencing
something
these
better.
memories as Kellogg.
I usually end
This
up
may
with something
prove
worse.
disorienting at first.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
No.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I mean, this is an interesting sequence, but it's also kind of not fun to do. It's weird.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Okay then. Ghost footsteps. I guess that's their attempt at resetting things? I don't
Mr.
know.
Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. System off. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
We're just not gonna talk about how the legs on those synths was kind of being weird. Okay.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Justin, find him.
Pod C6.
Wow, why am I in there? That's wrong. Who's this?
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Don't be sorry. I didn't know this lady, and the other pod looked like it might have been glitched out, because I definitely was not in a vault.
This appears to be a very recent memory, so good news, I think.
Oh boy, Piper's really done it this time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor, he's gonna be really mad this time. probably shouldn't have even
Kellogg.
said anything.
It's okay.
But I did.
One of these days, you're gonna get your head
I
blown
guess
off
I
just
should,
barging in here like that.
Well, play some music.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
This definitely is not going to get a notification. Right.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there.
Oh boy, if only you knew.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Like, there's still music playing.
That's not surprising. All the synapses in your brain have just been pulled apart, connected to someone else, and then pulled back together. I injected you with a large stim pack while I was pulling you out. That should ease things. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there? Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
For the record, I think that song was supposed to stop when I got out of the pod. But just like a few other things in the actual sequence, it glitched. Anyways.
Take your time.
What do you think we should do?
Let me think. What about that memory involving Virgil, the rogue Institute scientist? If he were alive, we have a common enemy. He might help us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The memory said the Institute tracked him to the glowing sea, but that seems crazy. A madman would think twice about going there.
Don't you remember who he works for?
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason. Good luck, and be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Okay. Guess I'll go talk to him then.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? If you say so. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll take you now.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Hancock can go to Red Rocket. Yep. I am sure that this won't be a venture that turns horribly.
Whatever you need.
I can't remember what his stance on cannibalism is. By the way, while I'm here in Good Neighbor, I should probably do something else too. So, kind of cool thing. The game crashed as I tried to go out to Good Neighbor. I'm going to have to use cheats, console commands to get out. I'm also going to save because I had to go through the memory den sequence again, and I don't want to do that again, so... Ignore this, I was doing timey-wimey shit to get through that sequence faster. Right, clear console doesn't exist anymore. Should be COC... The place I want to go to is, I think... here.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Alright, thanks, Ham.
Hold up. I want to hear this song.
Well, good for you. I'm not stopping you.
What, another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room. God,
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Look, pal. If you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk. You're joking, right? I've been doing this since I was a kid. I know my way around. I used to run with the Gunners, for God's sake. Look, I need the money, and I'm not about to let Winlock and Barnes scare a client away. You have nothing to worry about. Those two are weaker than a housefly. They're about half as smart. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back? Can't argue with that. I'll tell you what. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Now you're speaking my language. Alright, boss. You got yourself an extra gun. Lead on.
Nick can go to the Red Rocket.
Need something?
Hmm.
Hey, stay free, man.
peace, brother. We should head over to the Nakano residence when we can. Find out what their case is about.
Alright, that. Yeah, we'll totally do that, Nick.
I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this into a real home.
Okay. So yeah, anytime I go to Good Neighbor, I have to physically walk up to it from outside the settlement. I had to go in, get what I need, and then I have to use console commands to teleport out. That's fun. Anyways, I had to figure out what I'm doing now. What quest do I have? Going to see that. Let's do this one. This sounds fun.